Yes, you mad Etsy sellers. Check it out. Look at this. I get this question all the time, funnily enough. And it's about when you're going to get your first sale, when am I going to get my first 100 sales, all the time. And listen, there is no magic wand. There is no answer to this. Nobody can give you a guarantee, period. So please just keep doing all the right things. You will get the sale soon. Just keep working, keep listing, keep doing all those things that you should be doing as a good Etsy seller, man. But look, let me read this one. Look, it says, how long before your first sale? Hello, everyone. This is a message on Reddit, by the way. Right. And I'm going to do a lot of these like questions so that I can help answer them and all of that good stuff. So if you'd love stuff like that, please hit the like, subscribe, smash the notification bell so you can get more of these in your feed, man. In your feed. Now, look at this. Hello, everyone. I just launched my shop a day or so ago. A day ago, and I was curious how long it was before you get your first sale. Also, did you continue to add items to your shop before your first sale came in? I started a 3D printing store and currently have 25 listings. Now, well done. Congratulations for opening your store. And yes, you do. Keep listing. Doesn't matter whether you got a sale or not. You just keep listing. My advice on listings is do regular listings, maybe one every other day if you can, but definitely as regular as you can. The most underrated, the most important thing to do is to keep listing up no matter what. Just keep going. Keep finding those low competition niches, keep listing up for them in your product, in your whatever it is that you sell, sub niche and all of that good stuff. But let's have a look at some of these answers, man. This is funny, look. And it's true because it can be any time. Look, it says it took me 2 months for my first sale. Did this in 2021. It took me about 3 months to get my first sale. So look, it varies. It literally varies. Look at this. Did this in 2021. It took me about 3 months to get my first sale. From there, it skyrocketed to over 900 sales in less than a year. In other words, once you start getting your first sale, more will come down the line. Now, look, I mean, it's a good bit of advice, and for sure you got to keep going, keep listing up. But here's some nice bit of advice as well. Look, check this out. This is what I like. This is what I love about Etsy sellers. We are so willing to help each other. And again, this video is again about helping people, just so that you can curb your enthusiasm, so that you're not sort of thinking you're going to get a sell within the first day of listing up, because that's not realistic. It can happen. I'm not saying it can't, but I'm saying it can take time. So just remember, just stay focused, because people do get put off, by the way. People get put off because, they haven't got a sale within a week, so they sort of start getting a bit down. You shouldn't get down. But look, here's another answer about how long it takes. This seller says, quite honestly, it will take time. Every shop is different, so the results will vary. Some may take months, others weeks or mere days before they get their first sale. Like others have said, there's so many variables that factor into what makes a sale. How well your shop looks, from tags, titles, photos, even your banner profile pic. And that's the other thing I'll say, guys, Etsy at the moment is really focused on having branding and your shop being a brand. And they've actually highlighted recently with their new search visibility algorithm that they do want shops to have their icon on their shop. They want to have the policies there, return policy. They actually will push you up the rankings if you do have everything in place. So please remember this. If there's anything I can give you some advice on, it's make sure you got all your things uploaded, ready, policies and so on, about page, return policy, all of that good stuff in your shop. Don't leave anything out, and brand your store. Give it a really nice design for the banner, nice icon, have it branded and focus on a specific niche, right? Don't do no general store business selling all kinds of madness. Sell something specific, but sub niche within it. That's the best advice I can give you. Now, let me carry on. Sorry. Basically, it goes on to say, so basically how reputable you come across as. Yeah, the shop has to be reputable. It has to look reputable. Now, it goes on to say there are some shops that have been selling for years, I found, and yet never put shop policies on their store. Now, these shop policies protects the buyer and the seller, not to mention how attractive what you're selling is. Is it needed? What's the use? For me, I sell art prints and I market my items as home decor and gifts, etc. I also cater to my audience because I know what attracts them to my shop. Right. It goes on to say also, also take my advice and remove the copyright material you have on on your shop. Wow. Doesn't matter if other people are doing it or if you made it yourself. It's still a company person's intellectual property, and you can't sell their IP unless you have license agreements with them. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So, that's a good point, though. That is a really good point. We see on Etsy, on the Etsy platform, so many people are selling trademark, copyrighted stuff, like lots and lots of stuff, especially when you look on Christmas time. It's crazy, right? But my advice is this, and people think, oh, look, they're making money. They start looking on, research tools, SEO tools, and they see that actually they are making a lot of money. And you know what? Maybe they are making money, but it doesn't make it right. It's not right. And, in the end, they will get shut down anyway. Etsy will shut them down because I guess it takes time to shut down because there's so many. So I definitely agree with this message. Don't be fooled and don't be tempted, should I say, to, use or do any kind of, copyright stuff or copying other people's designs or whatever it is. Because, that's no way to build a business. And, ultimately you will get shut down. This seller cracks me up. This seller says it takes 10 days, 8 hours, and 17 minutes before you will see a first sale. That's hilarious. I mean, they say it in jest, which is they're saying it just for a laugh. They're being obviously sarcastic, but that's so funny, man. Like, that's hilarious, man. But look, there is no specific time. Look, there's no specific time. You just have to keep doing the right things. And I like this one. There's a nice little message by this seller. It says, this totally depends on the quality of your shop, the saturation of your market, your SEO, etc. I mean, so right. There's so many variables. Goes on to say, we can tell you all day long how many hours, days, weeks, or months it took us, but that's not a fair comparison for you when there are a million variables. If you're selling something like stickers, you might never sell anything. If you're selling something that nobody else has but have SEO that is great and people find it, will be faster. So yeah, it depends on what you're selling, depends on how saturated it is, depends on your SEO, depends on your listing images, depends on your pricing, it depends on your niche, it depends on how many sales you've had previously. If it's 0 sales, then people might be wary because people like looking at reviews. There are hundreds, by the way, of variables, and it is so true. So nobody in the world can give you an exact timeline, right? But there are things that you can do to speed up the process. Like I keep saying, like they've mentioned even here, is picking a good niche that you're actually selling in, something that has low competition, that's not saturated, making sure that your shop and your branding is really on point. Even as a newbie, making sure you're really competitive with your pricing, making sure you've got the right SEO words in your listing so that you're hitting those good keywords, making sure that your pricing and you got a sale on your listings, right? Making sure that your listing images are really bright and clear, making sure that you've adhered to all the search visibility with regards to the Etsy algorithm, the things that they want, which is responding quickly to customers, answering what the customers want really quick, making sure that you have clarity with your return policy, making sure that your product description within your listing is really clear and on point and in bite-sized chunks so people can take that information. I could go on and on and on, and all the things I've mentioned, I've done many videos on it, so do check out my playlist. But yes, the answer is there is no specific time at all. Right? Nobody can give it to you. All you need to do is doing the right things, keep doing it, keep listing up so that you give yourself also the chance of increasing the sale. List up more and more on a regular basis. I like to say one every other day, one every 2 days. Just keep listing up and make sure you're listing up in the right niche. Let's see what else. Yeah, people got different experiences. Look at this one. On my first shop, it took a couple of weeks. On my second, maybe a month or two. It's pretty exponential growth for a successful shop. That is so true, by the way. Once you start getting those sales, you'll start, building those sales, and it can be very exponential. But yeah, I mean, look, it can vary. Days, weeks, months, it can vary. But yeah, other things also to help you increase those sales, maybe that I haven't mentioned, and I think this seller said, as others have said, you'll want to really focus on your keywords. This is absolutely paramount on Etsy. I definitely say those keywords are key on your listings. I also recommend, it says, and I do as well, recommend advertising on social media. I use Facebook Business Suite to schedule my posts on FB and Instagram. You can link your products and share them on social media. I haven't been on Etsy long, but I can tell I've learned much more. My store has also changed a lot in just a few weeks, but those changes have resulted in much improvement. I'm still learning and hope to improve further. I wish you luck on your Etsy journey. Fantastic little message. And that's what I'm saying. You know, sometimes it's about tweaking, improving as well, you know, like adding that sort of advertising idea. I would say advertising is something definitely to do, but maybe later on, you know, focus really on the Etsy platform itself. And then once you have a little bit of time, start looking at advertising, pushing your sort of store products, advertising them through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. They can be fantastic ways. But also start thinking about how you can improve your actual store itself. And this seller said, you know, they've changed a lot in the store, you know, whether it be the banner design, whether it be, you know, adding stuff in the about page, you know, looking at the listing, whatever it is, start thinking about improving. This is an ongoing process, and it's always about improving and tweaking. And a lot of sellers will tell you this, but definitely do all the right things that I've mentioned, and you will start seeing results. Guys, if you do like videos on stuff like discussions on Etsy topics, then please hit the like, subscribe, smash the notification bell, and just say video below, or just say what can you say? And I'm also thinking about doing live videos about these topics. So if you do want to hear stuff like that, just say live video below, and I'll see you on the next one, mate. Take care.